Hello everybody and welcome back to Weather and welcome back to another stream. We're just gonna get everything set up real quick and then get started on that you guys need to know to be ready for today and what the risks are. Get everything. Okay. So, so the reason why we have this prompted stream is due to this slight risk of storms for today, mainly driven by the wind threat, as we'll see in a second. But we'll see tornado threat still relatively high over the risk of all of these areas, going from parts of Tennessee and still getting some Kentucky, but mainly just parts of Tennessee. And then that will also be driven with us a wind threat that will be very high for a lot of these areas. So a high wind threat and some storms already moving through, as we can see, going through Gallatin right now. And the hail threat is also 15%, so also a very high hail threat for today. A lot of things to be worrying about, not really worrying about, but just to be observant of and take into account that they are going to happen for today. So as long as we have that in our mind sound, then I think we'll be fine for today. Okay. So we can see that right now. Next update for day one will be in about 2.5 hours, maybe two, kind of just depends. We do have a mesoscale discussion that has gone on already, and that will lead to the possible of a severe thunderstorm watch. Not a, it won't be a tornado watch due to it only being a 2% chance of a tornado. And right now we can see that this storm that is near Gallatin, it is rotating just a little bit in some few spots that we can see. So there is a few spots to kind of take into account and watch as the storm does pass by. But right now, kind of just waiting for some more storms to develop. We did have another storm that was over here. Was severe thunderstorm, but now it is just a regular storm. No longer a severe thunderstorm list. But as we do continue on, I'm sure we will get a lot more severe thunderstorms. And just waiting for all these storms that are really near Hopkinsville to move through the area and get out there. A very big discussion that we can see all of these counties side of it. And the funny thing about it being there is that not exact. I think this is actually wrong. I think it's set wrong. Yeah, I think that was a flash flood one, but the watch one will be that many of these areas, mainly all the parts of only where the marginal and slight risk will be. But moving into tonight, we'll see a lot more storm potential, especially growing near the Bristol area as we continue on through tonight inside Tennessee. The Gallatin storm does have a bit of rotation still though. Still seeing some rotation pockets going on. Another scan coming in soon. we have a severe thunderstorm warning just issued. For the storm, over here. And this will be for an inch of hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. If you're there, just be mindful that there is a storm that is now severe inside your area and be ready for that to take effect. Definitely has a hail core inside of it. Rotation very slow. It's not a hard area to tell though. So if you are in the areas of Icy, Hasty, and Clinchco, Flintwood, you do have a severe thunderstorm warning now. And that is for an inch of hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. Waiting for a new scan on this storm out of Gallup and Hartsville. See how long that takes to get our new alert. We do have some storms still going through the area. Bowling Green. Not really concerned about much of a severe side or tornadic side of these storms. Mainly just the storm motion. The storm motion for today is kind of interesting. Most of the storms will be moving down to the southeast, but some other ones are still going in the northeast direction. So we'll see how much of these storms do end up having that shear as they move towards the Cookville area. Because there's going to be a lot of shear as they go into parts. They try to shift which way they are going to be moving. See how long that does take for that to take effect. New scan coming in very soon. Probably the probably the biggest unsevere storm I've seen in a while. Probably one that does deserve it though. I think it would deserve a severe tag. Alright, new scan starting now. Right, in the storm. Elephant. Alright, new scan just in. To have a lot better of a hail core inside of it. Probably still developing though, since there's so many areas of the hail core. But probably still dropping about the penny size weights. And velocity side still has some rotation in it. Not too much of a concern, saying how close it is to the radar site, so it's still passing by. We'll see what they decide to do about that rotation that they do see. A lot of these storms just kind of in a dead space for radar sites, just in hard places to figure out where they are. Again, if you are in Klingshko or Heisey, AC, there is a severe thunderstorm warning that is on you. It does come with 1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. So just be prepared and take shelter if needed. A lot of isolated storms moving right now. we have a lot of these single cells not inside the big area that we are looking at right now. They will be coming in soon. And we can see on the models, go to the NAM3, go to our time. If you look in the NAM3, the biggest of the storms should be around 7, 8, 9 p.m. We just got a new warning issued for, it was a flash flood warning. So a flash flood warning was issued in the same area as the severe thunderstorm warning. And that was to expire in 190 minutes. And the reason for that is high amount of rainfall falling in a short period of time and very soon. So just a concern for the rainfall as these storms do end up moving through. In the next few minutes, they may be deciding to do a severe thunderstorm warning, or not warning, but watch. Probably not yet though. A lot of kind of hard to decide if it is truly rotation and if the storm is rotating just because of where it is on the radar site and how it is still passing by. Kind of hard with Tennessee and Kentucky places because in those spots they do end up having less radar sites to depend on. So kind of depending on one for a 70-80 mile radius, when these radars really get accurate readings between the 30 and 50-mile radius. So right now, just kind of hoping that they stay inside these radar sites without going out too fast. And a new scan is coming in right now. New scan coming in. Checking out these small cells right now, and we'll check out the big cell. So going through Gallatin. So it is looking a little severe. There is a little bit of this little bit of a hook out. Maybe a little bit of a hook in the back too. See how that stays that way as it does move into more of a, oh yeah, it's definitely rotating. I think we do have some rotation in two areas. As for the spot that we were looking at earlier that could have had rotation with it, doesn't look turning on the velocities. There's no rotation with the reds and greens. I think we should be fine. Definitely back here could be a little bit of radar contamination. Definitely rotating according to that scan. I do think they'll wait a little bit longer to decide to do anything. If they just join us, we are here because of a slight risk that is taking over mainly the Tennessee areas, but is hitting a little bit of Kentucky. This will come with 2% chance of tornadoes, and then 15% risk for the winds and hail risk in this Basically, the whole area does have a chance of tornado if you're at the dark greens or below. So just be ready. Mainly just waiting for these storms to develop a little bit more as they move into the very more severe side of the radar sites. Just hoping that they don't go away from the radar sites too, because we do know in this area being such a area to call storms from, there's just not a lot of radar sites around to depend on. Especially when we get closer to the middle of Tennessee, we only have mainly 3 good ones. We have a severe thunderstorm warning still issued inside the areas of Clinchco and Haskell towns. So here. It's closer. 1 mile. Yeah, definitely that one. And that new scan just came in too. So yeah, still a hail core on the storm that will that is gonna head towards Birchleaf more than the big towns that are around. And it will head towards Vicey as well. Velocities have not updated yet. We'll come back for that then. Mainly, most of the storms that will cause the most damage today, they will be coming from all the parts of Kentucky and some more parts of Missouri, still developing themselves. But as soon as they get into the parts that have more of danger zone, they will develop a lot faster. Coming with that energy, as soon as they do, they will a little more dangerous than what we got right now. Right now, it is mainly just a wind threat for most of these places. New scan coming in. Alright, the new scan does show that a little bit of a hook still exists. Rotation wise, still coming in. Here we go. So rotation wise, we still have a little bit of rotation going on, more inside of the center part of the storm than the actual part. So I think it might be still a little bit of radar contamination inside the storm. Special weather statement: half inch hail, and 40 mile per hour wind gust. And we do have this storm going through just a little far from the radar site as well. A lot of these are just to really say anything about. But I'm hoping that as soon as they do get in, it'll be a little easier. I'll show y'all what is driving these storms. Alright. So inside of pivotal weather, we can see that if we find the wrong. Okay. We can see that already there is a bunch of supercell composite. That is the grays that are showing up. As we move through today, that's really going to be the only concern. Keeping the storms going. Is a little. Okay, here we go. The supercell composite, we can see it's already inside of the parts of Kentucky and Tennessee. As we go through tonight, that will ramp up a little bit before finally moving out. And that'll really be the only chance of storms that we have for the rest of the day. Really, there won't be any other concerns. We'll see how it goes, because this could get a little bit more dangerous as we move on. We'll see how that does change. No info about a mesoscale discussion that has been issued. As soon as that does come out, I'll I do have this on the report. Make this a little. So they do have it that the tornado peak intensity will be between 100 and 130 miles per hour. The wind speed 55 to 70 miles per hour, and the hail can get up to 1 to 1.75 inches in diameter. So definitely enough. So, and the shear is definitely there for everything that we got. So, we'll see how that does develop. I'm sure it might get a little worse as we. Like you can't even tell in the surface cap just how crazy this is. You can tell there's a bunch of instability that is going to be going through Tennessee tonight and really sticking around until the 7th. But of course, we won't have that severe storms to really get anything with it as we do have our new scan going in. New scan does make it look a little like the storm is shifting a little bit. I think the storm is shifting a little more to the point. A little more to the point. A regular north traveling storm. I think we do have a little bit of rotation still going on. Definitely some in the back, but not enough to really raise concern about a tornado. Storm down in Kali right now, still moving forward. Still has the hail core down inside of it, so still take your shelters if you're in those areas. But not really much to really be concerned about. A little bit of these storms still heading down. Going from Glasgow is heading down to into the region of where it's now in the marginal risk. So I think this one could have a pretty good chance of being a little bit of more of a severe storm. We'll see as we continue. The storm inside of AC is going to be allowed to continue. It moves into its journey into Virginia right now. Or moving into a little bit of the parts of West Virginia. So be ready for anybody in the path of that storm for the next few hours. Turn off the music. That one on. New radar scan coming in now for the Hartsville storm. If you're inside of that, new scan is coming in now. So it does look a little bit smaller than what it was a second ago. So not as impressive as it was not ago. And for the velocities are also not as impressive as they were. Like slight rotation, but not really inside the storm base. So not enough to concern us with the velocities right now as the Hartsville storm continues to go on. Still possible that there is a pretty good hail core on this storm as it keeps moving to the east. So everybody be ready for that if you are in the side of that. Thank you for everyone who's came here so far. Appreciate you guys. Currently I am a little bit sick, as you can tell with my voice. But we're gonna work through it right now. Gonna work through it and just try our best to just stick through it and not just fall off too fast. Okay. Right. No new scans yet. Just waiting for a new scan. The new scan should be coming in for the Hartsville storm very soon. We'll see how that does end up developing and see if the new scan does look any more concerning than it has been for the past few scans. It did look concerning at one point, having a chance of it rotating enough for a tornado warning, but that has soon fallen off with the relatively scans. So, we're gonna see with this scan if it does look any better, as there are some more storm mergers on this storm, which could affect how much rotation could be in it. Alright, new scan. The velocities have updated as well. Right. So still a little bit more of a broad rotation going on inside the center of the storm. Nothing too much that is going to be concerning, saying that it's still where we're seeing the rotation isn't really near the site that we would be wanting to see it at. So really nothing too concerning. The warning is about to expire in 4 minutes, the one that is in Virginia right now. So we'll see if that does have an extinction in the next few minutes. Otherwise, it will be allowed to expire as it moves into the areas of Virginia and Virginia. A lot more storms are still trying to get active right now inside of all these places. Just really trying to get it themselves to the slight risk. We will see the most storm potential moving into tonight. Looking back on the models, that we did see that the most storm potential will be between the 7 through 10 p.m. time frame. Okay, I'm gonna get something set up for you. Very, very stubborn. Alright, and we still do not have a new answer from the National Weather Service about if there will be this severe thunderstorm watch will be issued very soon. If so, we do see that we're about to get a new update for these storms. So the new update for the storms will be coming out in between the next 20 and 30 minutes. Severe thunderstorm warning has been allowed to expire, so we'll bring us now down to 0. So our storm inside of Hartsville still moving forward towards Gainesboro and Carth. We're moving to the area of Cooksville. See how it looks on the scan now. Alright, new scans in. Velocities are yet to be updated. Yeah, any moment now. Go. Velocities inside the storm looking a little bit better. Looking just a little bit better inside the storm for the chance of bringing a tornado into these areas. So I would keep an eye on this as the velocities are looking impressively better. But issue is any moment now. So right now, the only concerning watch or warning even is just a flash flood warning that is inside the areas over by Mexico, Millard, Omaha, McClure, Stratton. If you're in any of those areas, there's a lot of rain falling that could cause flooding. So be ready and prepared if that does happen anytime soon, and if it does look permanent. Oh, I don't know, looking on it from this scan, it does look like the rotation is confirmed. I do think that the storm is rotating. So definitely a rotating storm by Pleasant Shade. So we'll see how the National Weather Service looks at that. Storm does continue on towards difficult, can't feel defeated. Down there. But as they move forward, on the year we still have only had 2 tornado watches. We've had 0 severe thunderstorm watches. So far on this year, we have not really had too much fun, if you want to count it as that. But we'll see as it does continue if that will change. Today we could get our first one of the entire year for severe thunderstorm watch. More blips getting near Jefferson City. A lot of blips going on in these areas as well. The storm's about to get more busy. We can see the 3. Let's check out the 3D model. Look at these storms. I see how they look. So the max cloud height is 56,000 feet. The storm structure is very nice. Definitely a supercell inside of most of these storms. So continuing on, it will definitely be a lot harder to see these storms, even though they are very strong. Just because the radar sites are very far. We have this one here. We have the one over here. Then we have these ones. So not really many that are going to be near any of these areas that are going to help us really. So we're going to have a lot of radar sites and have a lot of problems looking at those as we continue on to tonight. We'll see that as a recurring issue just because of where these storms are going to be going and where radar sites are located. Some more of the cell mergers have now merged with the storm inside of Carthage, heading towards Gainsborough. And the velocity outlook not out yet. Coming out soon. There we go. Rotation has weakened quite a bit, so not that much of a concern anymore for the places that were in this area. No longer much of a concern. And I think the main reason for why it has happened and stopped a little bit is because of the cell mergers going into the storm. So it's stopping that rotation enough. Next update won't be for a while. We'll check around just with everything. Burrow storm does have a little bit of rotation actually possible inside the storm. So we'll see if this can prompt anything. Saying which radar site is what's the one from Radcliffe? Really far away. But according to that one, it does show a little bit of rotation. If that correlates with any of the other radars. Yeah, I think Nashville is the closest one, but they aren't really showing anything. According to where West Point is, where they're showing their stuff. But again, this reason for the stream is because of this whole entire risk. We do have this slight risk that is moving in Tennessee. Will bring 15% chance of hail and winds, and there will be also this marginal risk that will also bring the tornado risk as well as the slight risk. So both having the 2% chance of tornadoes throughout the night and the evening. The biggest part of storms should be starting around 7 and ending around 10 to 11 p.m. tonight. So we'll see how that does go as the storms move through the day and into the Tennessee. New updates should be coming out in the next minute and a half. Go. In a new update, going through now. Showing more of a hail core inside of the storm. That's the main change that I'm seeing here. Can't see that really there is a little bit more of the merging. All these little cells merging into the storm would also bring the rotation back in. See as we move. Definitely looks like there is this very broad rotation inside the storm. Nothing too concerning as the storm is starting. Now this could be thing to watch as it could be a hook that could start rotating very soon. Yeah, these storms did move in pretty quick. Bone barrel. Marrowbone. Still has a storm heading towards them. Going to the north radar does show a little bit of rotation inside of it. South radar, not as much of a risk. It's a little too far for it to see. new update for the storm and Marrowbone coming out now. Starts any moment now. Alright, here it comes. Review scan coming in just now. Let's show the storm. Kind of still developed the same way. Not too much of a difference. Gotta wait for it to end so the velocities updated as well. Velocity is not yet updated. Let's give it a moment. Did not want to update. Okay. So velocities did not update on this. That stinks. Oh well. Used to have these individual cells moving through. So just a bunch of storms just waiting for them to get started. See it mainly for the Memphis storm, just all these blips just waiting out. See if those do going severe. Well, that was in the middle of updating. While we wait for that to update, we're gonna check out West Point and see if they update velocities yet. That's not. Okay. Simple with the fix. Go to your models, go back. Sometimes. Maybe not. Yeah, it's just that side then. Alright, new. Look for the storm. These velocities are yet to update as well. Updated velocities does still show a little bit of rotation in the back of the storm. So definitely getting some rotation in here, possibly too. We'll see if those do end up developing a little bit more. They have not extended the severe weather statement anymore though. Probably discussing if they should upgrade it with severe thunderstorm. I would. Just seeing how this rotation is going. And just a little bit of corruption down here. So going through difficult Tennessee and then also going through defeated Tennessee. Storm going. The north side did end up hitting in time. Not yet still. The one that was warned earlier is moving into the Virginia area now, as it is moving out of the site for our radars. A lot of inflow going on. That inflow going into the storm, you can see it just going into the storm, just fueling it a little more, as this hook does end up flowing a little bit more too. Even though it is a hook, it's not as concerning still though. Try and reef. Right. If that worked. Okay, it is radar side. So that is not my side. That is radar side. Why that has not updated. We'll watch it for the new update though. See how this does go. Update should be in the next 30 seconds. Alright, new update coming in now. For the storm in Marrowbone, Birchville, heading towards Jamestown. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning that has been issued on Southern Storm as expected. I did expect that to happen. Check out the storm real quick first. The new severe thunderstorm warning will be because of this 1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. So that is the reason why they have issued this warning. Velocity is still enough. I'm not gonna worry about that storm. Alright, Gainsborough. Velocity is unupdated as well. There it is. This might go tornadic actually. There's touching rotation inside of the storm. This might be our first tornado warning of the day. For the touching velocities, and also just look at all this inflow in the storm. And that's due to all these storm mergers too. That's the reason for storm. Probably also the reason for it rotating so quickly, because if we go back in our models. You can see that kind of just developed really quickly because we lost all our rotation and then it gained it back really fast as soon as the storm mergers came in. So we'll see how that does get as the storm mergers do end up stopping. If the north one did end up getting updates, it did. Probably not accurate though of how far it is from the site. Let's check this. 86 miles away for the radar site. Definitely way too far for an accurate reading. And really nothing yet for these storms. National Weather Service has not yet updated about the possible severe thunderstorm watch that is going to happen later. So we'll see if they end up issuing it or not. Continue on through the day. You can see that this storm down here is starting to get up. The blips are starting to shoot off now. So all the blips that we were watching earlier are starting to start off their journey into turning into some severe storms. As we wait for our dates on if this will go tornadic. These storms are just, they're just not going to be as aggressive as I thought they were going to be. These are kind of moving into the area where it's not really going to be too concerning, for where they are going to have the environment for supercells form inside of them. They'll probably end up fading out pretty quickly. but definitely kind of concerning saying that this is the rotation that we're focusing on. We also do have all that inflow going in. How did I draw a fish? Alright, new update. Again. Velocity is not as impressive, but definitely still there. You still see the rotation at the storm. I can definitely see that there's a bit of that hook echo effect. I think just seeing that inflow going. Like just a little bit of rotation inside the Gladys area. And I mean it could, I think that one might be weird rotation for sure. This is not a tornado either. Not tornado possible yet. I don't know if they should or not, but they probably will keep it as it is since it is going into that point where it's going to get pretty far from these radar sites. And then in a few hours, we'll have our new outlook. In about an hour, we'll get our new day one. See what they think they should do about the flight risk and marginal risk, if it will be extended or not. And then we'll see if they do, if that does end up prompting the severe thunderstorm watch as well. A lot of these storms just in a place where we can't really get good readings on them. That's one bad thing about it being inside these areas, because of all the mountains and stuff, make it harder for us to put some more radars in here. We could have one like in these areas, it would be better, or even one like in Pikeville. More radars there. All the mountains and places, it's hard to do that. Right, and still getting the inflow. Such a high speed inflow. Sure, that looks crazy in real life right now. Do have a traffic cam, not a traffic cam, but a person inside of these. I can't personally broadcast those cameras. If it was a radar or a mega camera, I could use it. Definitely not. New radar scan coming in. New scan. Kind of shows the inflow area did kind of close down a little bit. Not as much inflow as we did have before. Let me get that for you, Jay. Yeah, there's a lot of strong winds going on right now. We can see that rotation has kind of dropped down a little bit as the storms inflow. Still taking in those storms, kind of taking it down a little bit. Right, Jay. But yeah, bro, going again. They must have sent another one early because there's no way for that. They're going through Gainesboro right now. Is this storm? They super southerly on it. That's a huge one. All right, tornado warning has been issued now. So the tornado warning has been issued for these areas. So our first tornado warning of the day is due to rotation. Looks like it's a radar indicated. It is. First tornado warning of the day that is in the areas of Gainesboro, Donson Branch, Center Grove. Rotation that is the rotation there is due to rotation that is near Flynn's Lick. We have been watching this rotation for a little bit now, and it has developed definitely a good call for why I would think they would call that a tornado warning, but definitely it needed one. As the areas in Gainesboro, we do have a tornado warning now. We get the new velocities in any moment now. Yeah, velocity is definitely a lot higher. Kind of looks a little scrambled right now because of the inflow boundary. And a new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued inside areas of Corbin. So now two new warnings as one does actually have a little bit of rotation in it as well. So now two severe thunderstorm warnings and one tornado warning right now. Wrong one. So now this storm near London heading towards Corbin and Hopewell does have some rotation in it, is towards there. Severe thunderstorm warned due to the hail and wind factor. Can't really see anything on these cameras. I'm not allowed to show them personally, but I do know. Oh yeah, this rotation is very strong now. Very high rotation inside the storm. Anybody inside these areas of Gainesboro, Donelson Branch, anywhere inside here, New Salem, Coinsville, everybody here inside this warning, there is a strong rotation inside the storm. And it is possible that it could be dropping a tornado anytime now as the storm is moving through. Storms are getting a little stronger, and a lot more of rotation will be expected throughout the storm. So just be ready because this storm is pretty strong so far. As you can see, it is coming with a hail factor too. So even if it's not on the ground, there's still a big hail coming down right now. So just be ready for that. New radar scan coming in now. Right. New velocities coming in. Still a bunch of rotation found inside the storm. Definitely very high winds inside the storm as the tornado warning does push on. Anybody find inside this? Anybody in Gainesboro? Know any family in Gainesboro? They are in this warning. Anybody in Dotson Branch? If you know anybody in this part of Tennessee, they are inside of a tornado warning due to a very high and strong rotation that found inside the storm. This will contain a bunch of counties. It will strike them very fast. So do not wait. Point. So big tornado warning that has just been issued is going to take parts of Gainesboro, Dawson Bridge, some parts of Algood. New scan should be coming in very soon as well. It is. New velocities coming in too. New velocities for this tornado warning be coming in any moment. Maybe. There it is. Very strong rotation still. Very strong rotation. So this storm is continuing on with very high rotation and will continue on. Parts in the storm that could be hit in the meantime if this is on the ground. You know anybody on JT Brown Road, anybody that is near S. Grundy Corals Memorial Highway, anybody near there, it will be heading towards mainly the cities of Freewill, getting really close to Donson Branch, Mountain Union, Center Grove. All of y'all will be in this storm. Prepare for that because this is coming very fast now. New radar scan should be coming in any moment now. New radar scan. We do have two new severe thunderstorm warnings as well inside these storms. So a lot going on right now. We have a tornado warning. We have these severe thunderstorm warnings that are now going in, mainly for the wind and hail threat on those. We get our new velocity scan coming in now. Any moment. Here we go. Still pretty high. Still pretty high rotation. So high rotation heading towards Dawson Branch and Mountain Union right now. And free will be mainly the main problem for what area the storm is heading to. Bunch of things have been happening right now. Bunch. In the matter of like 10 minutes, we have gotten 4 thunderstorm warnings and tornado warning. As we got our new scan coming in as well. Right. In our new scan now for the tornado warning that is heading towards Donson Branch and Freewell. Let's velocities update real quick. It does look a little bit worse, but definitely still has some rotation in there. I wouldn't be surprised. And a little bit coming up on the top too. So getting 2 parts of rotation now. We got the one up here kind of starting, and then we have the one that we've been looking at all the time. Possibly 2 different separate parts of rotation. And then also, let's check out these severe thunderstorm warnings real quick. The storm that we were seeing earlier still has a little bit of broad rotation inside of it, nothing too concerning. And then these storms up here, broad rotation as well, but definitely a little bit of something inside this one. And we'll check out these ones over here. A lot of blips starting up now. A new radar update coming in. And a tornado warning that is heading towards Donson Branch. Practically over Freewell now. Update. Yeah, definitely not expecting this much of rotation inside the storm in here. Definitely a big storm, and rotation does look a little bit dimming. So kind of falling off a little bit more as it's gotten near Freewell, just kind of reds and greens still touching. Definitely not as impressive as it was. And there is not a new thing for any of the mesoscale discussions that we were looking at earlier. Storm does continue to press on. Right, new severe thunderstorm warning inside the areas that we will check in a minute. Inside the Danielle, Beaver Creek Wilderness, and Sawyer Honeybee. Check it out later. Also, Corbin again, once again, getting that severe thunderstorm warning. Yeah, the rotation definitely broadening. It moves forward. Definitely not as impressive. Then let's check this out. Yeah, I think it's just too far. That's better. But yeah, definitely just it. It's not a good radar site either. Not really good radar sites around here right now. That will bring us up to 5 thunderstorm warnings as we go on. Thank you to whoever just subscribed. I appreciate that so much. But mainly concerns are not about that, but mainly on this tornado. But yeah, definitely not a crazy situation. Had earlier, go to velocities actually. Velocities definitely looked a lot better. This is where we kind of started to see it kind of form. We saw this model kind of broadened, and this is where tornado warning started, bringing us to a little bit of a broader start, and finally started to really get serious, or finally just kind of falling off for the past few takes. We'll see if that does end up changing. Should get an update very soon. Wonder when we'll have to change our site though. See, 8 miles, 100. We're gonna have to stick to the site for a while, even if the storm is far away. It's not gonna reach it any other way, which makes it kind of harder for us to make it more accurate. Right, Dan coming in now. Right, finish up again. Right, definitely still there though. Even though it is broadening out a little bit, it's definitely still there for our rotation that we're looking for. I think it's very well to say that we still do have an ongoing situation. And now a new tornado warning inside Corbin definitely deserves it. There's big rotation inside of Corbin now. Now 2 tornado warnings are now in effect for Corbin. So definitely a pretty decent rotation on this storm. It's probably from where it started to merge. Which one are you looking for? Yeah, right now we have 2 tornado warnings going on. One inside Tennessee and one inside Kentucky. Um, Definitely looking like it's going to be more of a concern for the one in Corbin. But we are going to continue to look at this one. It's down in Haunted Ranch right now. So 2 tornado warnings. This scan should be finishing up any moment now. You gonna go again? Oh, okay. Let's say, isn't it gonna go again? Alright. New velocity scan should be coming in any moment now. There it is. Yeah, me too. They should have already. Okay, yeah. It looks a little more impressive now on velocities for the one that is over free will. I think they might upgrade it with. I think they might upgrade the chances of tornadoes today. There's no way they're gonna keep it at 2%. But the one in Corbin, definitely more impressive of a storm. Velocity showing up a lot better. And then this new scan should be coming in very soon as well. So we'll wait on the Corbin storm. They'll probably start to speed up the process instead of making us wait usual 5 minutes. They usually start to speed up the radar site once there is a tornado warning issued. I wish I could show cameras. That'd be cool, but I'm not allowed to, so I'm gonna have it up on my side. I'll give you guys updates on it right now. Um, so for right now, the scan is going around. They're kind of scanning the sky, kind of constant branch, and checking if they are gonna see a final or anything. Looking at the sky, I do not see any concerns. New scan for this storm in Corbin. Velocity is looking a little tighter. Definitely looking a little better for that. We're gonna hope that one doesn't look too bad. And then there is no CC drop on this storm, so I don't think it's hit anything. But it might not be on the ground. So the only reason why they haven't put a tornado watch is just because it's a 2% day. I'm not surprised that they didn't do that. And I think they'll just keep it to severe thunderstorm watch, even if it is like this, though. That stinks. Alright, they overrode it. New scan coming in. Going through Dalton Branch, kinda getting out of our radar reach, though, sadly. But scan real quick. And there we go. Let it update real quick. There we go. Okay, rotation has completely disappeared on radar. And another new tornado warning now issued for the southern storm. So now the southern storm, not sure about that one. Let's see what they said. It is radar indicated, but they have issued another one. And a new severe thunderstorm warning also issued for the storm over here. Also has some chance of rotation. Now a technical of 3 tornado warnings. Definitely a more impressive day already than we had yesterday. For the one in Daunton Branch, it does seem like it is over. Doesn't look like there's going to be a tornado that will take effect there. Alright, new scan for velocities now coming in as well. People are going crazy that they haven't. So funny, people are going crazy about it. But yeah, rotation is gone. I think they'll allow this to expire. No reason to continue the warning. So we're gonna focus on the northern storms now by Corbin, which they still haven't sped up the process of this one. Which maybe it doesn't have it, but usually they would. So still working with the 5-minute radar here. This is in Kentucky, by the way. This is the marginal risk. New update for severe for the day 1 outlook should be out in the coming minutes. And new radar scan is now coming in. Right. Storms progress, and now we just gotta wait for it to finish. but definitely not what we expected for today at all. Storms looking a little less impressive as they are moving on, so I think these will be allowed to expire pretty quickly. So the 2 tornado warnings that were just issued now will probably be allowed to expire as they kind of faded out very quickly actually. Started here, are really impressive, and then kind of just died out. I don't see what happened here that led them and prompted them to issue a tornado warning on it. So, not sure what they're doing about that. And the hike in tornado just now is kind of crazy. Just again coming in. And a new tornado warning, which they have extended it actually. I was not expecting. But apparently they saw something that they liked, but extension of the tornado warning has been done. Well, there's a lot of mountains there, so probably not really seeing it. I'm not seeing much of a concern here. Maybe they prompted it just in case, but definitely not much of what I see. So technically 4 tornado warnings right now in these areas. So they have not put on the faster radar so that we can get these updates faster. That stinks. Could have had that. Still nothing from the National Weather Service too. I think they're waiting to put their statement out in the next 30-40 minutes. And the sales just they go off, bringing a new look. Oh, I'm not seeing it. I'm just not seeing it here. I'm not sure what they saw to prompt it. But again, it could have just been like a pre-fire, but that's a very bad pre-fire time. This one should be updating very soon as well. I know the mountains down there are very. There's very many mountains down there, so just could affect it. Make more rotation at one point, and then brings it down. But I know in Tennessee it's not fully mountain. It's more in Kentucky. Just can. Moving the storms forward just a little bit more. Definitely not the tornado event that we were expecting. I'm glad we started a little bit earlier. In velocities, they're definitely gonna put tornado warning on the south one. South one looks the most impressive right now. I'm guessing tornado warning will be in the south storm now, and these ones will be allowed to expire, saying that there is Nothing really there. That's my new prediction. Prediction is that the severe thunderstorm will become a tornado warning for the next game. And if not, I'd be very surprised saying that this one's a tornado warning. With the rotation, nothing. Or this guy coming in. Alright, and they did put a severe thunderstorm watch out now. The severe thunderstorm watch is now out. Let me show that. A new severe thunderstorm warning is out. This is for some parts of Kentucky, Tennessee. This is mainly for the west parts. Many parts to the west. So any of these. Here. That. Right, they haven't put it out yet. But it is out. Surprised they haven't tornado watch. Tornado watch, but tornado warning. But yeah, technically 4 tornado warnings, but I'm not gonna count the one that's already technically passed. Where it is. Both just bad radar sites, to be honest. Because right now it's a tough area. It's gonna get to the point where it's gonna be hard to decide where to put these warnings out. What up, y'all? I have no idea what just happened. Okay, that should fix it. Oh my goodness. My monitor turned off and it messed up everything. Alright, new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued as well. Yeah, there's definitely some rotation going on here. The storm where it's hooking. Definitely hooking, right? Right, and even for some of these places, it's just getting a lot harder to tell. It's gonna be easier for these storms to tell if they're gonna be rotating or not, but this one, impossible practically tell. Yeah, I don't think it This game coming in, even though it probably doesn't matter. Right. Definitely is showing something still, so it could definitely still be going. It's gonna be hard. I think this should be a tornado warning over the other two, for sure. All of these are radar indicated. So everybody knows they are radar indicated, and there's a severe thunderstorm watch issued inside the western counties. So western counties have been prompted to get those severe thunderstorms in the next few hours, while the rest is going. Later tonight, we'll get the rest done. Hoping this one will update it a lot sooner. And thank you to whoever subscribed earlier. I appreciate that, getting us to 105. Yeah, I just talked about that. Definitely, though. It was definitely needed. Alright, new scan coming in now. The hook on the second storm does look a little less impressive. So we'll see how that looks in a second. Right, with the new scan. That's the last. That's the last. A little less impressive, but definitely still there. But it's definitely still there. The front part of the storm is still rotating a little bit in some different areas, but definitely that part has some more rotation. I'm pretty sure that this tornado warning will be allowed to expire very soon. I doubt they'll keep it going. It is the first severe thunderstorm watch of the year, too. That's pretty cool. And it is going back. So if y'all did not know what's going on right now, we had a spike in weather going on. Just all of a sudden we had like 7 severe thunderstorm warnings. We had 4 tornado warnings. 2 being duds, and 1 I would still consider a tornado warning that hasn't been issued yet, but definitely needed. Rotation is still very broad. Not really much. Just so far from the radar site. You'll severe thunderstorm warning on the front half of the storm. There is a little bit of rotation coming back on this tornado warning though. It is coming back a little bit. Back half though, not. There's not much there. But the front half of this got some still possible. This is called Weather Omega. Or Radar Omega, but Radar Omega. And go into the App Store, that's the only way you can get it. Go into the App Store on your phone, and you do like a $7.99 payment, and then you'll have it on the app forever. And you have like 3 different subscriptions you can do. First one, which isn't even bad. All of them are pretty good. And then you can also get like some other features that are paid subscriptions that are monthly or yearly. That's what this is. I do suggest it, but if you do not want to pay money, you can also use a thing called Attic Radar. That is a website, so atticradar.com. It's also a very good radar, or if you do not want a paid version. I'm just waiting here for the new scan. Coming in very soon now. New scan coming in. Let it finish real quick. And new tornado warning as expected. So a new tornado warning has been issued now. This will be for the areas of Monzel, Chapel, Big Lauren, Lewis Creek, Napier, and Divide, Putney, Rhea, Bledsoe, Warbranch, and all those areas. That is due to the rotation that is found. Pretty broad right now, but still pretty good chances of it. Broad rotation inside the backstorm as well, and then also again broad rotation. So all of it's practically just broad rotation that is found, and then a lot more broad rotation here as well. So all of it's just very broad. And the storm down here has not been updated. It is updating right now. So it is updating again. Let it finish it. Scanning right now. But yeah, it's definitely not a day that we were expecting, having this many storms moving through at once. So definitely not what we were planning on. Right. And the new scan does show that it's still pretty broad. Far away though. Some very far scans. Storm is still very far away from where we need to be to get a better scan. 101 miles away. Just getting to the 76. Oh, yeah, that goes. And how's everyone doing today? If you guys want to answer that, everyone doing okay? All right. So, not really much going on now. Waiting for another one. They do have it that it does continue. So they're continuing it on. A tornado warning. So easily the weirdest warning I have ever seen in my life. But, we work around them. They're probably just keeping it there because of how it is. Good, that's great to hear, man. It's it's been a tiring day for me. We're here after a long day. Mini storm still rotating here. And it's actually about to update too. New update. Went through. Storm is moving towards the east to get closer and closer to the state line. Moving into Virginia, actually, almost. Getting very close to Virginia. New thunderstorm, severe thunderstorm as well, been issued. And new tornado warning as well. Very big tornado warning. So a new tornado warning and a new severe thunderstorm warning, which will bring both up to 5. 5 warnings each, what we got. And a new mesoscale discussion has been announced for a severe thunderstorm watch. And it does say for a threat for a tornado or 2, hail and locally damaging winds will continue into the evening. Very expected for what is going on right now. Alright, new scan, new velocities. Let's check it out. Okay, yep. Very high rotation going on. Getting some more of those going on. They did just give a severe thunderstorm warning to that one, saying it's tornado possible. I think they should just make it a tornado warning at that point. Velocities on this storm right here had calmed down just a little bit. And then for the storm, south, just very hard to call. So, kind of surprised by that one too. So right now we are up to 5 and 6 warnings. That's the wrong one. Okay, and another new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued as well. Actually, upgraded warning. Upgrade warning was for, I think it was for, there it is. Tornado possible tag. I think you can definitely see it better from this one, but you can see the rotation definitely on that one. So kind of crazy. How you doing, Boom? Yeah, it's crazy how many stuff we got going on right now. So for severe, it's still 5. Tornado warnings did a bunch just expired, so we are technically down to 2. Boom, you just missed it. We like 6 tornado warnings 2 minutes ago. But you can definitely see the rotation on this one. I think this will be prompted to give another one. For the north radar, I think we will get some more tornado warnings. They're gonna reissue probably these ones. Also, definitely gonna keep this one as a tornado warning. So definitely a little crazy right now. And then for all the storms moving in, they are starting to train a little bit. We are getting some more from the north. Everything everywhere all at once. It's kind of crazy. And this isn't even the big part of the storm. We aren't even there yet. This storm is definitely overperforming right now. Very, very crazy. Surprised they haven't issued any of these as tornado warnings yet. We got the tornado possible tag. That one's also tornado possible tag. Top one's not. That one's not. Figure it out. And the new day one should be coming out very soon as well. Yeah, day one should be coming out very soon. Oh, you're in North Alabama? Yeah. I think for y'all, let me go here. I think for y'all, it's mainly gonna be like some small cells possible. 7, 8, 9 p.m. So y'all probably gonna get your storms around 3 to 4 a.m. Then it'll kind of stick around for your morning hours. So expect it around then. That's where I'll expect it around the 2, 3, 4 a.m. time. Alright. So as it moves towards Grimsley, see if we have a better look on this one. If this is actually legit, look at this hook. That's a crazy hook. Yeah, probably just showers. I think they are gonna issue a tornado warning in there and then keep this one. And then you can kind of see the rotation on that one already from this radar. And then even from the south radar, seeing some rotation as well. I'm sure these will all get issued immediately. Yeah, North Alabama, I've lived in Alabama before, but they definitely have some stuff with them. They aren't no stranger to some severe weather. You guys have experienced a lot. How's the Central Bama though? Central East. Tornado warning now issued for the expected area that we were gonna say earlier. I'll bring us up to 3. Yeah, definitely expected for this area. Yeah, very high rotation, but still a little broad. Even if we see it from the north radar, which is a better site to use, I think, still getting there. But definitely overperforming right now. This is kind of wild. We can see that there is a little bit of a storm down here near Athens. Not bad. And let's see. $83 miles. So it's getting to the point where Jefferson 96. Yeah, they're about the same right now. So they're probably about to be about the same. The old tornado warning has just ended. They just replace it. I missed that. Yeah. Still rotation in the storm, and there still is a hook. So I'm pretty sure that's gonna stay for a little bit. Saying that there is a hook. And sending out a new radar site now. Surprised no one's talking about how this is underperforming, overperforming right now. Alright, new day one is issued now. New day one has been issued. Before I show that, I'm gonna check velocity. Okay, let's see if it's in here. They have not. They haven't put out the news. But they did. Basically, what it is that the slight risk is now. The slight risk is basically this, and the marginal is this. That's practically what it is now. It didn't work. World. They expect us to get the stuff from them, and then they don't even have the link working. Oh, that National Weather Service, man. But yeah, all of this is gone. This is not expected anymore, apparently. There we go. And the tornado warning. An extinction of what they had earlier. Alright, new radar scan now coming in. Get this up. It's not working. There we go. Okay, so it's still a 2% chance of tornadoes. They did not upgrade that part. So that'll bring us up to, for tornadoes, that'll be 4. And then for severe thunderstorm warnings, it's still 5. And now it's 4. Now both are 4. Rotation still very high in both areas. And this tornado warning is a little less impressive than what it was. Let me fix this. Yeah, let me show you all the new. That's the new outlook that we have. So just basically made it a little bit smaller and took out the entirety of the slight risk scales instead of C at first. They still haven't fixed it on, so let that happen in a minute. But yeah, there still is some storms developing even in this area. See how that changes. Radar has not caught it yet either. Still 2% chance of tornadoes, even with this risk. Should get a new look soon. It makes sense, just I think it's interesting that they changed their mind so fast. You can still see rotation on all three of these storms. New scan coming in soon. Yeah, the scan looks. Anybody know if Ryan, not Ryan, if Retimmer was on these storms, or did he already leave? Right. In the world, not working. But yeah, still a bunch of rotation on all these storms. Okay. And then just for the south storm, I think we just gotta scan it. They just scanned. They didn't do anything about it though. Your thunderstorm warnings are up to 5 now. And then yeah, so okay. Then that should be updated now. Or not. They're taking their time. New scan coming in for the Sunbright storm. Not too much of a change. Kinda moved it just a little bit. But yeah, there is a new Spirit Thunderstorm warning that we need to check out on. There's this one up here. Mainly looks like a hail driven storm, a big hail core. 1 inch hail expected it. And this big one, tornado warning, still issued. A little harder to see though. There we go. There's the new slight risk. And severe thunderstorm warning now issued too. But you can see the slight risk now. A little bit different. That's our new risk for the day instead of what we had earlier. And check the models real quick and see. Currently, it shows that a lot more storms will be going through this area around 8, 9, 10, and 11 p.m. before moving out. So we'll see how that happens. As the new scan is going through now. Up to 5. Great thunderstorm warnings. And for our new scan, we can see that the storm is still slowly moving, taking its time getting down here. So can't see it in the radar sight. Things. Top radar. A lot more rotation still in these storms. Big windstorm here too. Basically a big storm right now. Definitely gonna be crazy to see this water. But still, just a little too far. It being 81 miles away. New scan coming in too. Inching closer. Storms just really moving further away a little bit, but there's a lot going on. Definitely not what we were expecting. Right, and the new velocities still look normal. Velocities on the Scout Storm might make a doesn't really make a case for the tornado warning or the Artemis one. Gonna assume these storms are gonna start slowly fizzling out. But really a lot of convection still going on in a lot of these areas. A lot of blips still trying to pop off. Another scan coming in now. New scan coming in. And with the new scan, we can see no mesoscale. See that the storm is getting a little more impressive just on the radar. The velocities are there yet. And it's moving into the point where we can start seeing velocities again. Still not there yet. You can see a lot better rotation on the Hammer Storm and field. The top view does give a more accurate reading, which shows just enough. And there also is some over here. Tornado warnings will be downgraded to 3. We're down to 3 tornado warnings in this entire area. We have our new scan coming in too. See how this looks. Not as impressive in some areas, especially the storm earlier that we were talking about, the one in field. Kind of looking like a windstorm now. And I'm gonna take a little break for like 5 minutes just to get myself situated real quick for the storms that are back tonight. I'll just show this for now. I'll be right back. And we are back. Doesn't seem like much happened since we left. Same amount of warnings and stuff. You can see that there is a special weather statement now area, just for the high winds that are there. Now, severe thunderstorm warning that is now issued. Looks for just for. Oh, why is this issued? That's tornado possible. Tornado possible. That's interesting. I don't know why it's there. Anyways, bottom storm that we've had moving through, getting close to where we can see the velocities on it. Then see how that goes as we move on with this. The other tornado warning fired. Okay. So, not really seeing much in the storm. A little more impressive from the top view, but really not too much. I think we're getting to the point where we're gonna have to wait for some of the blips to start off before we start seeing some more severe weather move through. And the thunderstorm outlook is just shows a little bit of thunderstorms in this area for the rest of the day. Not too much of a risk anymore. And the tornado warning has expired in the north and got replaced immediately. Nope. Visual glitch. Expires in 1 minute. I think that one will be done. So ending what we had now. There's a flash flood warning now that is in effect. Really not too much of concern that I'm expecting these storms to kind of be calming down now. Now we have the new storms that are popping up here. That's just gonna continue on all night. And then we'll see if this tornado warning does extend in Wartburg or not. New scan coming in. They did replace the mesoscale discussion. We are down to 4 severe thunderstorm warnings and 1 tornado warning. Kind of ramping down now. Doing opposite phase. We're ramping up, and now we're ramping down. I think most of these storms that are to the north will just kind of turn into more, mostly a wind storm than anything else. Probably won't be tornadic anymore. Probably about to lose the tornadic effects and get into the wind effect that we had earlier. There's a new scan. So I think there's just a little bit of rotation still. Just a little bit though. Not too much. I think this warning will be allowed to expire. Yeah, it does look like this might be the end of our forecast. Just check pivotal weather. They think. Doesn't look as much right now. I think this is the end. I think we might. Oh, there's a new tornado warning. Wait a minute, I'm not hearing the alert anymore. We're up to 2 tornado warnings now, actually. So I guess they just did it because rotation that was inside the storm. Actually, yeah, that it does deserve it. A lot of rotation inside the storm. Makes sense for why this is tornado warning now. And this one will be allowed to Where's when? Yeah, it was allowed to expire, and now they found more reasons to back guess. Was about to expire. So we are now up to 3 tornado warnings again. So the new velocities do show just a little bit of rotation, but not anything concerning. So I don't know why they would continue it. They did. Yeah, this storm is definitely rotating a lot, but definitely came back. Of Lansing. This Lansing though. Where's what's in this one? Who said that there was a tornado warning? You know, a tornado on the ground. I'm trying to find it right now. Yeah, that's interesting. I think there's a definitely final at least on the one in Harlan. There's definite rotation that could signify that this is a tornado on the ground. Confirmed, probably not. The new severe thunderstorm watch though. The severe thunderstorm warning will be issued inside Whitesburg. There is some rotation inside that storm too. There's a lot of storms rotating right now. I just don't see the rotation that we're seeing. Like I don't know. Sure, there is a thing going on. It's just too far away to see. Currently, there's technically two tornado warnings right now, and might be one on the ground near Lansing, Tennessee. And new scan. And for today. Yeah. I'm just not seeing it like it. I don't see where people are seeing this rotation on it. Unless it's in the back half here that's not fully in, and I don't see it. Oh, yeah, it's observed now. This is a observed tornado. So the tornado threat has become observed. Damaging tornado. Doesn't say if it was storm chaser though. It's radar confirmed. I don't even know why they would radar confirm it. But according to that, it is radar confirmed right now. And a new severe thunderstorm warning in Elkhorn. See? The new scan is in. Like, what am I missing here? Like, where are they seeing this? And then back to the Harlan one. Oh wait, it might be. Let's go to correlation coefficient then. Maybe. That could be damage. It does show. So there might be a debris ball. But it definitely just got confirmed. That's interesting to see that they confirmed it over that. And they did just let the one in the north expire. So we're down to 2 tornado warnings, 5 severe thunderstorm warnings. So there is a debris ball. Let's see if. So I guess it was right here where they confirmed it. Then moved it forward. And it's still there. So there might have been a tornado on the ground here. Minutes ago. See what they say. But yeah, it was a confirmed tornado now. That's crazy. Moments ago, we just had a tornado on the ground inside of Annandale. But yeah, as it gets closer, velocity side, not much, but definitely for the debris ball side there. There's still debris. It's on the ground. But it's definitely heading towards Oak Ridge. So this could. Let's do the. Let's do it the way we like. Let's something like this. And if we kept that, it's gonna go north of Oak Ridge. Hopefully it stays that way. It'll go north of Oak Ridge. So that we don't end up doing it. Getting something that like that. The live shot of Oak Ridge right now. So that is Oak Ridge right now in the bottom right. New scan came in. Debris ball is gone. And velocity is not a problem. There is slight rotation in this storm now. So, a lot of storms trying to kick in a little bit more. Probably all we're gonna get. We're gonna watch this one still. Then moves through into Oak Ridge. But yeah, it definitely lifted up. So it's done. I wouldn't worry about it at that point. Fires in 10 minutes, guys. Then it did say warning continues as an observed tornado. So it is going to keep going as an observed tornado. Check out the Harlan storm. Still a little weak of rotation, two places. Wasn't really worried about the back one. I think it's still possible to get one right here. I think we can still find one heading in this storm the way it is developing. So I'd make sure to watch that, and then even going back here. Okay, but even going back here. By the way, debris ball is gone, and new warning has been issued. With a tornado possible on it. So if I'm a new severe thunderstorm warning now issued. Back to the overreach one. Still looking like it is not gonna. Don't think it's gonna cause anything. Just from what we're seeing. I think this storm is gonna stay and not gonna produce this tornado that we were expecting. Although, you know, storms change really, really fast, especially in this type of environment. So just scan coming in. Here we go. Free ball. So gone. So I think we're gonna go away from that for a second. Check out the storm. Weak rotation still found inside the storm. The one to the north, Everett's. Weak rotation as well in many spots. And looking to the north, not really much going on with the rotation side of things. I think they're going to be fine down here. And then for the incoming storms that are coming, a lot more pouring in. We're going to have a lot more. Got the models real quick and just there. Seeing. We're expecting a lot more widespread. So I think this is calm down very quickly. New scan now here. It looks very, very not impressive. They did just put a new tornado warning though. A new tornado warning in effect. Now including Oak Ridge officially. Now officially Oak Ridge is in the warning. Right. Going to the north. Still developing a little bit. It could get somewhere. But right now it's just going. This will include Clinton as well. This warning. So really just waiting for some more to happen. The new warning has been issued as radar indicated, not confirmed. So it's not a confirmed at all, just radar indicated. And we're gonna get our new look now. Right. In the new scan does show just a little bit bigger. So it is gonna be rotating a little bit north of Oak Ridge of what it was like. So still, don't have to worry about that. The wind, there is a bit of a threat of still it going into and causing some more damage inside the north cell. It's rotating a little ahead of the cell itself and new tornado warning. Or Carwood. For this point, rotation that we got, and this will also have a severe thunderstorm warning also with a tornado possible tag also listed on it. And going back, new scan coming in. This brings us to 3 and 6 now. Our new scan. No. Still a little bit of rotation, not too much though. Just very broad in this point. So I'm not sure why they're carrying on this storm still. Why they keep putting it as tornado warnings. I mean, it makes sense because it can happen fast, especially when you have a dangerous area like Oak Ridge. But personally, I do not think it's a good idea. And looking at this one, we can see just a lot of inflow going into the storm. A lot of inflow and really just causing that rotation in this spot. Causing that, prompting that tornado warning just now. Reason why we are here. The previous tornado warning did just expire. We're down to 2 and 5 for our tornado warnings. New scan coming in now. I think the best shot right now for the storm to get hit the most would probably be near Clinton or Knoxville. Knoxville probably has the best shot after this, so the rotation and some of it's still there. So there is a bit of rotation has been stalking the storm. Look back at the north. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything to light rotation that you can see in this spot mainly. I'll continue on for another 14 minutes. And the one in Clinton and going towards Oak Ridge, that one will expire in 30 minutes. A lot of windstorms going on right now too. A lot of wind. Mainly just outflow dominant right now. That's all we're worrying about. As it updates, we can see that again, rotation going. And the North Storm, it's still being very prominent, still staying there. 2 spots of rotation actually. Check that out. Compared. Okay. New tornado warning. Guessing it's going to be issued due to the storm heading this way. Issued in advance. That's probably why, and it will hit Jonesville. So if you're in Jonesville, be prepared for that. Take a check for these storms moving in too. So we got some storms moving in still. A lot of storms. And we got some of the blips and the smalls. They're going to be moving in and growing as they come into this area for the next few minutes and hours. Okay, some good rotation going on now inside of Oliver Springs. One heading towards Jonesville. Not Jonesville, but Oak Ridge. Very strong rotation going on now. Not a CC drop yet though. See how the National Weather Service does react to this being issued. But yeah, a lot of stuff going on right now. We'll see that the new scan is coming in now. Here we go. And with the new scan, we can see the new velocities coming in. Still looks the same. So still a high chance of rotation. This isn't the whole thing. Oh, but now it's gone. The new scan does show it a lot broader. Once again. So interesting. Rotation is still pretty strong inside this storm as it heads down towards Smiley and Jonesville. So just be prepared for that. But outflow dominant storms though. New one coming in now. Forecast. Go. New velocities, we'll check it out. Alright, seems about the same, just very broad rotation going on. A lot of broad rotation still going on with the North Storm as it continues its drive towards Forest-Town. So going on, we are going to be looking at this storm for a while. All these storms are going to be pushing through for a little bit. Most of these storms are going to be driven just from the front that we got. It's not even a cold front, we just got the heat front. And this jet stream has been so weird that once these storms have moved out, that we won't have another storm system move in for a little bit, and that's really where we're at right now. We aren't gonna really be driving to anything else, and then everything that we do, we've had to go ahead and just get ready for next week. I'm gonna try to get some videos out this next week, but I can't do it the weekend. I'll get some out for probably before Tuesday, Wednesday. Try to get back onto my daily videos. So Oak Ridge starting to get rained on now. New scan coming in. There we go. Alright, still the broader rotation that we've been seeing this entire time. Nothing too crazy. Still a pretty decent amount of rotation going on. All still broad, but still possible for a quick spin up inside that line. And for the one that we've been looking at a little bit, still just kind of broad as well. Waiting for something to happen though. The only other one I have is my Facebook, which I think I forgot to put in the description. I forgot to put it into the description. Quick. But yeah, I only use Facebook right now. I'll probably get more later. I just kind of been skipping out just because I'm just not that big enough yet to really make it mean anything else. So it doesn't really matter to me for this other stuff. Here, I put it inside the description now. So if you refresh, it'll be. Okay. And then for Oak Ridge right now, there's not really much going on. Um, it's kind of pop-up cells. The cell kind of split when it entered. So once it finally got here, it tried to split on us and kind of ruined what it had started. We watch it, it came. When it first came, it was a full cell, but then it all just split. It came from it kind of combined it with those cells on the bottom, which brings us why we have it like this. This one still rotating a little bit, only in the north side. The south side kind of got a little bit tangled up and kind of stopped rotating as much as it was. This cell kind of seems useless and probably won't do anything. Harmless for now. 1 year Clark range kind of still growing with the rest of the line. We'll see if that does cause any. But mainly it's just the storms bringing damage inside of Clinton right now. Yeah, so new scan. They fixed the warnings real quick. It'll be 3. So probably just calming down now. And I think we're gonna be ending our tornado. Probably our tornado warnings ending now. We'll probably stop having as many and probably have some final ones for tonight. Right as I say that, they got a tornado warning. It's the curse of me saying that it's almost done. That's what it is. Every single time I say we're almost done, the stuff is gone. Then the National Weather Service is like they hear me and they're like, nah, you know what? We'll put one more out. Crazy. They do this on purpose, I swear. Alright, new scan. There it is. Kind of just not even there still. Not much of any rotation going on inside this area. The storm kind of just killed itself. Decided not to do anything. The new rotation that was found is for this area in Dominion. That's the reason why usually these cells they do not stay that far. They don't last long. Quick spin ups. And this rotation actually is coming back a little bit. The rotation that we were looking at earlier is kind of coming back. Just that the cell is such a weird shape right now. It's not gonna probably do anything to. And there's a new one. It goes all the way through all these cities, right down Interstate 640. I don't know why they issued this one too. I think they're issuing them for fun now. Because there's no way that this is actually something. This is the second time. I said this storm was done. I said it myself. This storm is done. And then prompting another tornado warning. I keep jinxing it. Please stop. Kid, stop doing that, man. Where? Alright, for the new circulation, it just seems a little broad still inside of Clinton. Probably the reason why we still have it. It's so broad. I don't know why they keep issuing them. That'll bring us now to 4 and 2. There we go. Need to find a different camera. Alright. So now with the new storms that we got it going into even the marginal risk now. So it's going all the way into the marginal. We have a new scan coming too. Here we go. New scan is in now. And I think the main reason is just because of this wrapping around that we got here. That's probably why we still have it. And certainly there is some type of rotation still coming back. But just not really where I would expect it. We'll see though. So still rotation in this area and a little bit of broad rotation in the bottom. Down here we do have a little bit of rotation still. And this storm is starting to have a little bit of rotation itself too. But it's out of the storms. Rotating off the storm. I think this cell is falling off. Oh boy. I think they just want to make it so I can go to bed. I think that's what it is. They're trying to keep me up longer and keep me streaming longer. One more new severe thunderstorm warning now. And that does have a tornado possible tag on it, which it did not have before. And another new severe thunderstorm. No idea where the second one went. So that brings us to 3. So the radar is getting a bit of rotation now, as it is moving through Haskell. There's scan coming in too. New scan going fully through. Looks about the same. Go. Definitely deserving its thing now, because now we are definitely getting a lot more rotation. Could get some quick spin ups there for that storm. And up here, do got the individual rotation still found. And then just a little bit of rotation down here, but not much. Nothing concerning. And then as for these storms that are moving through, they don't look like they'll be severe yet. New update should be coming out soon. A lot more confidence in the storm now. I have a lot more confidence that this could be something really big. This thing is wrapping up now very quickly. Going to be heading right north of Knoxville, as we got our camera down here. go. Expecting to calm down a little bit. All these issues, warnings have been issued already. Maybe a quick warning here. The one that we've been watching too. And thank you for subscribing, whoever just did, getting us to 107. Thank you, everybody. The new scan coming in now. And this will bring us a way bigger look at the radar hole that we are getting. Bunch of rotation heading in. This thing wraps up just a little bit, it would be a very dangerous situation at this point. This storm that we had earlier that was rotating, this one has calmed down and probably fire without the need of another reissue. The one that is in Jonesville also seems the same way. A little bit of rotation still built up, but nothing should be that concerning. And then this one, New Tazewell, could get a warning down near clouds again. Areas. That would be the only concerning areas. And some more storms starting up too. Everywhere. They're going to be making their way, following the one that Clinton did. And new updates just making the radar look a little bit better. I don't know if y'all saw that, but a plane just went through the clouds over there at the Knoxville camera. Looked pretty cool, seeing the lights go through the clouds. New update now coming out. Here we go. And now does make this seem a little bit more of a wrapping up storm. Storm is wrapping itself. Bringing that rotation in. Still got that rotation that we were looking at earlier. And the one in the north has been allowed to expire. Second one. Now bring us down to 3 and 3. Not on the 3. I think this one might be allowed to go more. Might extend that one. And this warning will be allowed to expire as well. This is a radar radar hole. Can't really see anything right now. New scan coming in. And with our new radar scan, we can see now once the radar does update. A lot more rotation in the storm. Watching this, it's just waiting and showing that the Jonesville tornado warning probably be allowed to expire, as we are now on the downfall of the storms, and they will now be starting to slow down and stop. The radar is now updating. Check out that new look. It is wrapping itself. A bunch and flow. Could be a big tornado if it ever gets down. This could be very interesting to watch and see. The storm does continue its drive down. This one is rotating a little bit itself too. But not too much of a rotation. But yeah. New scan should be coming in very soon. And our new tornado warning is now issued. As I expected. Scan. This. But yeah, definitely a bad scenario. You can see that already. Very high rotation inside this storm. Two places actually. So stay in your safe spots to your inside these locations and make sure you're ready. Also for the other storm, you can see that the rotation is continuing. As it does make its way through Knoxville and will make its way down into the marginal risk, and we'll see how far it can get after that. It is going to be a lot more of a less likely environment for it to do anything after that. The environment is getting a little worse for these storms to stay in. New scan coming in. Alright, this could get bad. Very big rotation still. And this thing is spinning like crazy. It is actually wow how much this thing is spinning. And it will continue to do that for a long time as it keeps making its way down. Checking up on the other storms. The one near Lone Mountain, I just went through there. The rotation is still there, a little more weaker. For Jonesville, not too much. There is a severe thunderstorm warning tornado possible also. Got issued inside a church hill. And you save spots for that. Some storm got graded. So the one in Virginia just got upgraded to tornado possible. So all the severe thunderstorm warnings are now tornado possible. And definitely a bigger circulation getting there. Just continuing its drive for such a big storm of a supercell. Crazy. And the rotation inside of the Beach Grove one is definitely still fun. That one's definitely going to continue for a while longer. Before finally we're going to get there. This storm is definitely about to get bad. Especially with this bottom part. We got a good looking rotation right here. That's right in the center of the inflow too. So this could get really bad really fast. If you're in Midway or anywhere in there, you might want to get ready because it's about to hurt. Like even if it's just a wind event, man, there are some high changing winds. So crazy to see. The right camera is Knoxville, and the other one is also Knoxville in the middle. But one's raining like crazy, and the other is just shaking from winds. Yeah, a very, very strong wind storm. Next scan coming in. We should get the north one. Still looks about the same. Still getting that rotation in. All right, new scan. Right, and definitely still some rotation in both places. Yeah, that's crazy. Can't really see anything through the cameras though. Let's see what we got. It's just interesting to see that it's doing that because it's like not what we expected today. Checking some other types of velocity. Wait, new update coming out now. Yeah, this win is crazy. Check it. Yeah, some of this wind. Oh my goodness. Okay, there it is. New velocities. Rotation in the back, but still got that mega spin in the middle. No correlation coefficient. And these storms that are popping off still from the west, they are making their way in as well. But they're probably not going to be as severe as the ones that have already come severe already. But we'll see how it goes. Alright, new radar scan coming in. I think we're getting a hole in the radar. We're getting a radar hole. See that? This might get some interesting types of. Oh wait, check out this one. I have a observed tornado event going on. Thing is rotating like crazy down in Beach Grove. But if these two right here meet, these two meet, it could be a serious situation. Those inflow and outflow end up hitting right next to each other. But yeah, there's definitely something going on in Beast Grove right now. In the next scan. I think there's a tornado down. For sure. No one's even looking at it. Everyone that I see right now is not looking at it. Everyone's focused about the other one, but no one's looking at the one near Thornhill right now. This is crazy. Yep. That's crazy though. Wait for the next radar site. It's like the perfect tornado viewing point too. There's no, it's not rain wrapped. This wouldn't be a rain wrapped storm too. Right, new scan. Alright, here we go. It's on the ground. It's definitely on the ground. We have a confirmed tornado in Thornhill. Good job. We have a tornado on the ground, guys. In Thornhill. Anybody in Thornhill? This is your time. Because there is a tornado. Thornhill. Maybe one in Knoxville too now. But definitely this one. Thornhill. So no, Thornhill, confirmed tornado is what we need to worry about now. Very interesting to see this right now though. Wasn't expecting that. Okay. Getting quite close to merging here. Get very big in a minute. Seems like the Thornhill storm, it dropped and then it just died out right after it dropped. Alright, we got new outlook with the damages now. Right. Does look okay. Go back up here. Thornhill. He does look a little gone. That was crazy for the time it lasted. Because it came up, just started rotating out of nowhere. It kind of fell away. We'll see. Could still be on the ground though. It's very close to just getting there. As soon as it gets there, it's gonna be bad. Rockhaven, rotation has died down. And it's touching. It's gonna happen. There we go. About to witness a huge storm. They get very bad very quick. Yeah, but even though the Rockhaven storm happened, it still launched quite a bit in the air. It was a quick, thing, but still. New outlook coming out. Oh yeah, it's already performed better than people thought. I don't even think people thought we were gonna have a severe weather day. I think they were thinking we were gonna have another bust. New update. Still a bit of rotation, but it's just taking its time, alright. The one to the north. Still there. Just not as strong still. But it definitely launched debris because it's still there. There was a tornado on the ground. Just a second ago, there was a tornado on the ground for sure. They just put out a new thing saying, talking about how the threat of hail and localized damaging winds in a tornado to still exist for now. So this event is not done yet. We're just getting started, apparently. And they did officially put the new warning as observed, now an observed tornado. All right, yet to be updated. There we go. New update looks a little bit of the same, just rotating like crazy. If it actually gets down, it'll be bad. And we still have the slight rotation still going on. Looks like the debris has fallen out of the atmosphere now. New update about to come out. There it is. Just slowly moving forward is what the storm's doing. Slowly taking its time. We'll see how long it takes to get to Newport. Already almost to the marginal risk. See if it actually gets there. Alright. Rotation in the north, just gone off. Just south though. So seeing those slight, ever so slight chances of it just wanting to drop. Has plenty of inflow to do so. So if it ever does, it will be crazy. New update coming out. And there is the chance that these storms do collide. And that could do something too. Alright, here we go. Let's show the rotation still just going with each other. And the one near Bean Station. A little bit of debris in the atmosphere. But rotation still relatively low. But we're gonna be here for a little bit, just trying to figure out what we're gonna have to worry about with this. But most of the storms have calmed down. Expecting it not really to now. Most of these storms are about to die out too. Go. And new tornado warning has been issued. To replace the old tornado warning that is about to expire now. There we go. It is time. About to do it. About to see it. Start of what could be a very, very big tornado. This could be really, really bad in a second. And Bean Station, you're practically pretty good. You guys shouldn't have any more problems. Almost been 4 hours, man. Almost 4 hours. I'm tired, so I'm gonna sleep really, really good tonight. Alright, there we go. New scan. But the rotation did broaden out once again. After touching, it did once again go back to being broad. New severe thunderstorm warning with the tornado possible tag has been extended. New scan coming in. Right? So the new velocities do show that it is wrapping up still. It's been wrapping up for a minute, but it looks like this one might actually wrap up. Probably about to get there. And the tornado warning was allowed to expire. Alright, new light coming in. Alright, new radar. right? It does seem that it is weakening just ever so slightly to the north. The one here that was just on the ground does look like that has weakened quite a bit. Still seeing that rotation there. Once this thing gets on the ground, it's going to be on the ground. Let's go as far as we can. This could be a really long track storm at this. The hail core is crazy on this thing too. I think it definitely has the best chance now just because it has broken off. Now, now that it's broken off in the past storm, this part can just flow. I think we're about to see it overflow right now. Be really bad, really fast. Here's a new scan. What we got? So, new scan. We got a new scan here. It does seem like it might be wrapping up. Like I said, now that it has broken off, it looks like it's trying. This might be start of what could be very bad. Just looking at these storms, we can see um, some places over here just getting that slight rotation, not too much. I'm here in St. Clair too, or need more, so possible. And going down where we were, we're about to get our new outlook. New scan coming out. Got a new severe thunderstorm warning now issued. Tornado possible still on it. Most of these storms, though, they are about to start fading out. I think this will be more of a windstorm now. I think that's gonna be it for me, though. All right, I'm gonna go. Thank you guys for being here. Appreciate y'all who stuck around. I'm gonna go get the 4-hour mark. Thank you for you guys being here.